All right, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to spend just a few minutes to build a really clear, wholesome understanding of a topic that literally affects every single one of us: the logic of money management, saving, and investing. And I want to kick us off with kind of a mind-bending thought. Money is not just some static object you own. If you're thinking of it like that, you're missing a whole big picture. Money is actually this highly dynamic tool, and it absolutely demands a designated purpose. Why? Because if you don't give it a job, it's going to quietly change shape right under your nose. So let's figure out exactly how to take control of it.
So here's our quick roadmap for today's explainer. First up, giving money a job. Second, saving versus investing. Third, redefining risk as a mismatch. And finally, building your money system. We are going to totally replace financial guesswork with a clear first principles design.
Okay, let's jump right into section 1, giving money a job, moving from passive to purposeful. Realizing that money isn't just neutral is your foundational step here.
When you check your bank balance, your money looks totally passive. It's just sitting there, right? But the reality is, money is not neutral. Not at all. If you just leave it sitting entirely still, it's actually quietly changing shape around you every single day. Prices are rising because of inflation, new opportunities are popping up, and your future choices are either dramatically shrinking or absolutely growing, depending entirely on what you're doing with those funds. Money isn't just something to hold on to, it's something that has to be assigned a purpose if you want it to maintain its power.
Think of your money like a package. Unassigned money is basically like a box just sitting in a dusty warehouse. It only has potential value. It's just waiting around. But the second that parcel gets a destination, it starts doing something productive. Assigned money is a parcel that's already doing a job for your life, whether that's protecting your present or building your future.
Moving on to section 2, saving versus investing. Different tools for different times. Let's look at how giving your money a job naturally splits into two very distinct paths. If we strip away all the financial jargon, saving and investing actually solve completely different problems. Saving is exactly like keeping a bottle of water by your bed at night. You aren't trying to magically make that water more valuable. Your main goal is simply availability. You're preserving access for a near-term need. Now contrast that with investing. Investing is like planting a seed. A seed isn't valuable because it looks super impressive today, right? It's valuable because over time, and by absorbing all the uncertainty of the weather, it grows into something much bigger. You're trading certainty today for more buying power tomorrow.
Honestly, the absolute cleanest way to separate saving from investing is just by asking yourself one simple time horizon question. When will I need this money? If your answer is near term, well, saving makes total sense. Its main purpose is safety and access, the value barely changes, and emotionally it feels very stable. But if your answer is long term, that's when investing comes in. Its purpose is growth, it definitely carries a higher risk level, the value will rise and fall, and yeah, it inherently feels a bit more uncertain.
So the absolutely crucial takeaway here is that neither saving nor investing is universally good or bad. Think of them like a chair and a ladder. A chair is built for sitting. A ladder is built for climbing. If you try to use a chair to climb onto your roof, or if you try to kick back and relax on the top rung of a ladder, well, you're going to have a profoundly bad time. The problem isn't the object itself. The danger only comes from a mismatch of tools. Saving and investing work the exact same way. They're simply built for different actions in your life.
Which brings us to section 3, risk is a mismatch. Redefining financial danger. We really need to move away from this vague idea that risk just means something bad might happen. Get ready, because here is a definition that basically changes everything. Risk is the chance that your money will not be available in the way you need it when you need it. Let that sink in. Risk isn't just floating in the air. It's not an absolute label slapped onto a specific stock or a savings account. Risk is strictly tied to the purpose and the timing of your money. If you need cash next week and its value drops today, that is a massive risk. But if you don't need that money for 10 years, a drop today matters so much less, because time gives your money the room to recover.
It's kind of like storing food. Bread for tomorrow's breakfast, that can safely sit right on the kitchen counter. But if you're trying to store food for the entire winter, leaving it on the counter is incredibly risky. You need deep storage planning. The storage method is what creates the risk, not the food itself. Placing short-term money in a long-term investment creates risk purely through that mismatch. So safe and risky are really just about whether your storage matches your goal.
I love this mental model. Saving is for money you cannot afford to lose access to. Investing is for money you can afford to let fluctuate in exchange for future growth.
Seriously, if you carry one single sentence away from this explainer, make it this one. It perfectly proves that saving and investing are not these rival opinions fighting over your paycheck. They are partners, and they're just solving different layers of your life. All right, on to our final section, number 4, building your money system. Organizing money by purpose. Let's bring all these first principles together and actually build a real financial architecture.
Because the real question isn't, should I save or invest? The real question is, how should I organize my money so each part does the job it's best suited for? It's exactly like organizing a kitchen. You wouldn't throw sharp knives, spices, and fragile glasses all into one giant drawer just because they're all kitchen things, right? No way. Knives go where they're easy to reach but safe. Spices stay near the stove. Dry goods go into deep storage. Your money works exactly the same way. If you just leave all your money in a single random pile, you're losing clarity, flexibility, and future buying power all at once.
A healthy money system has layers, mostly because your life has layers. You want to sort every single rupee chronologically by its specific job. Layer 1 is immediate needs, your daily spending and bills. Layer 2 is your safety buffer, stable money for emergencies. Layer 3 covers near-term goals, things you're going to buy soon where you need low uncertainty. And finally, Layer 4 is for long-term goals, money meant for growth over many years, which can afford to fluctuate. One single financial choice just cannot serve all these purposes at the same time.
Now, the absolutely crucial point in this system is that the safety buffer, the emergency layer, has to come first. Before investing ever even makes sense, you need a base of stability. Think of it like having a power backup at home. A backup generator isn't there to make your daily electricity better, it's just there to keep the lights on when the unexpected happens. Your emergency layer turns chaos into a manageable event. It stops you from being forced to sell your long-term investments in a panic at the absolute worst possible time. It protects your ability to make calm, rational decisions.
When you look at people who are really highly successful with their personal finances, they are almost always following the hidden logic of these 3 quiet rules. Rule number 1, protect what must stay available. Rule number 2, grow what has time to wait. And rule number 3, honestly the most important one, do not confuse the two. Practically all financial stress comes from accidentally mixing up these distinct jobs. But when you separate your money by purpose, each part can behave exactly as it should. And that is the true architecture of a rock-solid money system.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a bit of a provocative question to test out your new money confidence. The next time you look at your own bank account, I don't want you to just look at the total number. Instead, ask yourself, what job is each rupee currently meant to do? Is it a seatbelt meant to protect you right now, or is it a seed meant to grow for your future? When you start answering that question, you instantly shift from financial guesswork to intentional long-term design. Thanks for joining me today, and I challenge you to go out and start giving your money a job.